immediately see that there's some fairly fundamental strip of the car and components being changed that immediately I can see aren't root cause of the problem. Welcome to Bamfordrose and another forum chat. This week I've taken a snippet of a story off Facebook. I think this is a guy in the States, and he's reporting that he's got rough running after about 20 minutes on his V8 Vantage. And I'll put the full bleed, press the pause button, read through his description if you like. He then goes on to update, and I can immediately see that there's some fairly fundamental strip of the car and components being changed that immediately I can see aren't root cause of the problem if it's rough running after 20 minutes, because if these components, fuel pump driver modules, a few other things, if they were fundamentally wrong at cold start, the first 20 minutes he would have the issue, not after 20 minutes. Anyone that's phoned us up, and even if you're not our customer, I do help people with diagnostics and on some stuff that I'm interested in myself, not Aston's. I follow different groups, and those groups are extremely helpful in being able to fix stuff yourself, and it's really good. So Facebook groups, PistonHead, whatever it is, other forums, great places to find information from to help fix your problem so you don't have to go to a garage. And we help people lots in finding their problems at home, and they fix them. So I really am into people being able to fix their problems at home if they're mechanically minded or inclined. But when I see posts like this, I really feel for the person, because they're going through a whole process of stripping out and replacing parts that just aren't needed, it's not necessary. The picture that you can see now is the AMDS real-time misfire page. So if you get the AMDS laptop, plug in, and within about 30 seconds of plugging that car into the laptop, you're going to have that page. That page is going to tell you which cylinders are affected. From that, you can then interrogate in closer detail a particular lambda sensor that is measuring the cylinders that are affected by the misfire, or then you can look at coil voltages, whatever it is, but hone in on the particular problem when you've got some data. And I know AMDS is a difficult tool to get, and it's not accessible to most people at home, but without that level of data logging and interrogation of the ECU, it is really difficult to diagnose problems yourself and at home. And in this instance, if the guy was really minded to fix his own problem, that's great. Just first act off a piece of data that, okay, in the States maybe there aren't many independents that have got AMDS. If you've got to go to a dealer and just pay them for an hour's worth of diagnostic time to hook the kit up and tell you what's wrong with the car, then you go home and fix it yourself. That's better than fairly unscientifically stripping parts out that aren't anything to do with the fault that you've got. And if you'd have had a 10-minute laptop diagnostic, then you would have known that. So great, and I'm all supportive of people doing stuff at home and at home fix, but the first step has got to be to get some data that you can act upon to help fix your problem. And if that means an hour's worth of time at a garage that's got AMDS, then that's what you need to do, and then you've got some definite information to use to decide what parts you're going to take out and replace. As you can see, the fuel tank has been accessed in the engine, plugs, coils, everything. I think he's followed it up since with a load of other parts that he's changed. And I just wish I was there to plug AMDS in and say, hey, it's this and this you need to look at. Anyway, that's, if we can be of help from that bit of forum review, takeaway message is just plug it in somewhere and with the AMDS kit and get your data.